Yeah, I think the confidence factor is a big one. It looks like we're going to be zooming on into this pick and ban. So right off the bat, we have once again Capedogs on the blue side, Zenigma Eclipse on the red. Wukong is the first ban, hover, and it's going to be the first ban once again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The way Winterfresh has been playing, I don't know if they need to keep prioritizing that Wukong ban. And I think there's just a lot of champions that can counter him. And we see Xin Zhao isn't banned. Oh,
Whoa.
no.
Okay, so a lot of different things happening here. We see Capedogs allowing the Viego through to get rid of the Ezreal, and we're looking at Xin Zhao or Zenigma letting Xin Zhao through, but Capedogs decides to first pick Tristana and allow Xin Zhao to go through for a jungle gym once again. They don't think that the Xin Zhao was the main reason why they lost game number 3, so they're allowing it to go back over. This is very, very interesting here from Capedogs.
I like the bans. I like how they banned switching up, you know. But you got the blue side and you don't pick the Xin Zhao. It has to be pick or ban at this point, and you had the priority. And Xin Zhao isn't the hardest champ to play, you know. You can just, you know, maybe second time, third time on your jungler, it should be fine. And it's just how strong he is and how much priority he can just put into one lane, and then just the itemization on him is great. I don't know why they didn't pick it here.
Yeah, I honestly have no clue why it wasn't picked in the situation. I mean, you both play it. It's a good pick right now. It's very strong. Gives you early skirmishing power. You're able to get very aggressive in the lanes. I mean, you give up 2 picks on the other side since you are on blue, but you can definitely make up for it pretty easily on your B2-3. So I just don't know why Tristana is a strong pick, but it was that highly contested to where you see, you know, Tonic like rush to that on the first 2 picks. Probably not. You also have other picks you could have gone to as well, but it is what it is right now. The Vayne does get picked up for Zenigma, another very highly scaling champion there for them, and we're going
Kha'Zix's
out.
jungle coming in right now. Oh my, and this game, dude, is CDU just trying to ego? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you see Kha'Zix, Galio, Tristana, first 3 picks. I don't know.
Yeah, this seems to me like when you get a 2-0 lead, when you have a 2-game lead, and you know that Zenigma has to go for the full reverse sweep, you go for one comp. You go for basically 2 comps in a row, honestly, at this point, where you say, if we win on this comp, then we're just better than you. It's kind of like we should never win with this comp. And to you guys, with a lower seed, we should never win on this comp. But if we do, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We didn't beat you with broken picks. We didn't beat you, you know, cheesing you, whatever. We beat you on a comp that should not win into you guys, which leaves no question of the matter. We're just the better squad here. You guys might have strong picks, but we have family, and we gotta see what Capedogs can do here.
Yeah, Capedogs, if they can pull it off with this Tristana, Galio, Kha'Zix, they'll make me eat my words, because Zenigma with this, they have just a better looking team comp, cleaner in my opinion, and I think they're gonna take it home.
Take it home, or just take this second game?
Game 2 or game 4. Not take it home. Take it home. Hey.
But the thing is about that, you know, there is a lot to say about going down 0-2, winning 2 games straight, and then game 5 is a pick'em. Game 5 is up for grabs. I mean, this is when if you are Capedogs, and potentially, I don't want to make it sound like I think they're definitely sandbagging, but if you are trying to ego, if you are trying to, you know, go for these, you know, these meme picks and make a statement with these games, and you find yourself in a 2-2 going into game 5. There's a lot to say about momentum. There's a lot to say about, you know, one team feeling disrespected. A lot to say about, you know, the side of Zenigma feeling themselves a little bit more, feeling more aggressive and catching you off guard. And it's not impossible to reverse sweep. It's been done before. It'll be done again. So I think Capedogs going for these unusual comps isn't necessarily bad in a vacuum, but you got to keep in mind, you got to keep in the back of your head, you know, this is our last game we can take a little less seriously. Game 5 for sure, we're gonna be forced. It's do or die. So you definitely want to go ahead and try to make things happen. Malzahar and Malphite rounding out the composition here. There's some good engage. I think some really good setup, but once again, I like Zenigma Eclipse's comp a little bit more.
Yeah, they have a Silas. I don't know why they didn't ban the Silas. I mean, you see the Silas is here right now, and he's just going to be stealing Malphite ult and Malzahar ult. It's going to be really bad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way I see Silas getting picked, I mean, great R5, right? It's amazing R5. But when I see at least 2 great ults or 3 just good ults, 3 just decent ults, it's a good time to pick Silas. You have the Malphite, that's a great ult, one of the best ults in the game for Silas, honestly. Then you have the Malzahar, another great ult. Galio, heroic entrance isn't really the greatest, honestly, but it's a good enough ult. It's all right to the point where you can get into the center of the composition and help peel for your team, make things happen, get that knock up going for your squad. You can make things happen, especially if it gives your Vayne a little bit more time to get those free hits onto the Malphite, onto the Galio, onto that front line. It can cause an interruption there and make things happen to that extra second of time. But I mean, there's already 3 of the 5 ult that are good for Silas. This is just a really strong game for him, and Capedogs have to play their comp to perfection in order to win this game.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't really understand why if they knew they were gonna pick Malphite, you know, why they didn't ban, you know, the Silas, because that's like #1 rule, especially if we saw him play Silas last game, right? So you know you would expect them to play, you know, like, have the thought of playing it again when you have a Malphite. Yeah,
for sure. And then I mean, honestly, your 5th ban was a Morgana. Was the Morgana that impactful in game 3 to where you needed to use a ban for it? Like, was the Morgana gonna stop you from this Galio Tristana lane? I mean, probably not, right? So like, I mean, there's a bit you could do, like with you know, the black shielding for your comp. There could be some very strong ways that Morgana can help in team fights, but more so than a Silas potentially. Probably not.
100%. And I'm still in shock. I mean, you know, you can sandbag these games, but I mean, if I was a player in here, it's a best of 5. I just wanted to get my 3-0 and, you know, get out.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel it myself. You feel me? But man, I mean, the thing is, we'll get to see a little bit more of these teams. So I guess. And well, I actually know what we're talking about. We're talking about this in before we got into our first pick and ban. There is something to be said about, you know, giving your opponents, whether it's going to be Hawkthorn or Lotus, giving them more info on you, giving them more to watch and see your tendencies in these games. The more you play, the more information they have, and the more chances they get to practice against these things, to say, okay, well, they may have been sandbagging in this game, but if they do pick this Malzahar, this is how it's going to play. If they do go Galio support, this is how it's going to look. So you might be. I hate kind of keep bringing it back to sandbagging, but if the more games that you allow yourself to play in this quarterfinals best of 5, it's just more and more material for your potential next opponent, and it just does not do you any favors to continue to get to play these games. You really want to close it out here, and it's going to be kind of tough to this competition.
100% agree with you, and I think before we go into the game, we're going to Rift. Going back at it, I think Zenigma has finally went to AM Grind and checked out some coffee and waking up, and we finally have a series, I think, on our hand using code XLNC at the checkout.
Oh yeah, 100%. Hey, look, hey, if you want, you said it all right there. This man is spitting right now. That's exactly what my guys from Zenigma Eclipse did. Did not think it was going to happen, but they absolutely are waking up, and they got a clean 10% off their purchase. We'll have to see if they're able to get a clean second game off of Capedogs Unleashed in this game 4 matchup. Stick right here. We'll be back on the Rift in just a moment.
And we are back with game number 4. We're getting onto the Rift here. It's Capedogs Unleashed versus Zenigma Eclipse. Capedogs up to a 2-1 lead here, looking to close out the series after their fumble. We head out into the level 1 setup. Looks like we got a potential invade lineup here from Zenigma.
Zenigma just keeping the tradition alive. Oh no, this is a very, very dead or flash.
You could go for the flash for flash.
Did you flash hook this? Vidra, go. No?
There's a chance Audacious is holding onto his level and has not taken... Yeah, he's actually holding his level right now, so he didn't take W there. And he could have taken it if he wanted to, so he could have just rocket jumped with the buffer and gotten away from it. So I respect the move to not flash forward for it. Vidra respecting Audacious's mind to not just panic level up either his bomb or his Q there.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you were to force out the W from your Audacious, then he doesn't have the chance to take control of that bottom wave, right? So he only has the W, isn't able to shove the wave. He might have a chance to go ahead and get priority in a lane where you really shouldn't as a Vayne Nautilus, and you could have a chance for maybe potentially Jungle Gym double scuttling, Panic Dingo. Now that's digging a little bit too deep, a little bit too far into it. But having that early pressure in the bot lane could have been something worth getting the flash, and maybe you do touch him up with the anchor and make something happen there. But it's spilled milk at this point. We'll have to see how Audacious and Talon do play this bot lane here, because they are in a...
That's an aggressive level 1. Getting 2 snares off of it, using the passive but knowledge to the maximum efficiency. Audacious is in trouble here, forced to heal early. Tonic dashing forward with the tumble, gets ignited, but it's not going to be enough. First blood going to Nautilus here. Hey, it's Talon trying to chase down a kill, looking for the flash. A great dredge line coming off on Vidra to keep this Vayne alive. Tonic will go down, but here comes the jungler. Jungle Gym wanted a piece of that, but will ultimately not find it. Mia Pings go out. They know where the Xin Zhao is, but no invade will be had here as Panic Dingo clearing that top side jungle.
Wait, why did Vidra take that kill from Jungle Gym though?
Yeah, it's questionable. I feel like he definitely could have given it over. But you know, it's early game, everyone's nerves are high after a level 1 crazy trade like that. So Vidra will be a tanky support here in the bottom lane, and that's the most that Zenigma Eclipse will get out of that.
We might be looking at AP Nautilus though. I don't know. Maybe that kill was for a reason. 300 gold there. That could be a little something for Mr. AP Vidra in the bot lane. We'll have to see how these things work. But still, I mean, a very strong skirmish there in the bot side as Panic Dingo.
Yeah, here's the 1 versus 1. Jungle Gym, I believe, is isolated here. Panic Dingo gonna fail the smite, has to flash. Oh no! Flash from Jungle Gym. You hate to see it. Here comes Winterfresh on the cleanup. Says, don't worry, man, I got you. He'll take the kill. And man, not a good look here for the starting Kha'Zix.
Mr. Producer, sir, I won't even have to comment over it. If you just want to show that flash one more time, if you please, I'll just comment over the game in the PIP. But that was, I mean, the power of having 2 pushing lanes. Even if you fail the flash, both Winterfresh and Warboss Dustin were able to come through and would have been able to clean that kill up onto Panic Dingo very, very easily. I mean, that was rough, and it was actually not a bad idea for Panic Dingo to go and try to counter jungle, get that red buff while he saw Jungle Gym on the bot side of the map, but just not strong enough at that moment, even though he was isolated, and pays for his flash and his life.
And here comes an engagement from Talon fans. The Justice Punch dashing forward. He's Audacious on the rocket jump. Tonic goes low, blown up. No summoners available. That's the power of the Tristana bot lane. That's not an ADC. That's an assassin.
Yeah, it really is, especially when it's enabled by Hayat's talent, able to get Justice Punch into a taunt. I mean, just disgusting wombo and the combo. Whoa, taking a tower shot, you are dead now, Winterfresh.
No, Kingslayer might keep him alive. Winterfresh is ridiculous on the Silas.
Oh,
just
my.
baits him in. It was all part of the plan. Says calculated in all chat. He'll take that kill top.
Yeah, that's when you just put a smiley face in all chat. You're not being toxic. You just throwing a little smiley face. Nothing too much to say there. They know what the deal is. Winterfresh taking a free turret shot and saying call an ambulance, but not for you, not for me. I mean, I honestly healing for these champions in League of Legends. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah, Sustain's a wonderful meta to be in, but here comes the Dragon fight. They want to contest this one. Hey, it's Talon is only level 3. Jungle Gym looking for the fight, finds the knockup. Dragon going low, exhaust on the Paint Tissue to deny him the ability to burst this thing down. And here comes the entire squad, 5 members strong here on the Dragon. Panic Disco does not stand a chance of stealing this one.
I wonder why Odysseus stepped forward to try to fight instead of W over the wall. Potentially it was just a cooldown thing, as we will get a replay of this dragon fight. Audacious is in the pit right now. Vidra looking to come through, but I mean, look at the collapse here from Jungle Gym, the knockups. I mean, there's nowhere for Yoda to go. He's stuck in the back of the pit with his jungler. Now, Panic Dingo is able to get out of there very easily. Not so much for Yoda. That's going to be a free dragon. 4 members of Zenigma Eclipse collapse for that objective, and the kill count is 2 to 6, a 2.5k gold lead here for the side of Zenigma. This is not quite out of hand, but it's getting there quick.
Yeah, and this game, they don't have the same scaling. Last time they had Hope with the Kale. This time, they got, what, Yodacious? Malzahar? Who's going to do this damage? They need to get one of these carries ahead and fast, or it's going to be quickly out of hand here for Capedogs.
Yeah, it really is. And then, I mean, yeah, on the other side, there is good scaling. You have the Vayne. I mean, even if you do come back and make it even, the Enigma Eclipse is fine with taking their time, fine with going fast, because they know that Vayne is going to be strong. They know that Winterfresh is going to be strong.
And Warboss Justin's just jumping on it. Wow, forces the flash. Bear jump on a rope, pulls him back. He was feeling scared there, and maybe rightfully so, as Vidra waiting in the wings here in this bush. Wasn't spotted on Vision, I don't think, so feeling safely on the Nautilus here. Still wants to try and find something. And again, no mini wave here, could just look for the dredge line, but not going to go for it.
Yeah, there could have been a chance there to make something happen. He does have the flash as well to really get in there. And oh, speaking of getting in there, Jungle Gym giving Panic Dingo a taste of his own medicine.
Here comes a Zinzao, but the rotation will come through. 3 versus 2 right now. Panic Dingo goes very low. Will gets expressed here by the Malzahar. The dash on in. This maybe is the chamber they need. That's exactly what you need. Shut down. Going over to Daze here as they just combo crowd control onto that poor Silas top lane. Now the rebuttal coming through as the charge will land. Jungle Gym falls despite that. Sears for Why snipes him out in the middle of the fight. Malzahar putting in work here in this jungle engagement.
Go bees, go! Those are huge bees. I don't really see too many Malzahars in my games, but like those are very, very big bees. I don't know if it is really big. They're very large creatures there for the Malzahar. But yeah, Jungle Gym taking a little bigger, too big of a bite that he cannot exactly chew there. Much like what Pandingo did earlier.
Hey, it's Talon taking some damage here. They look for the fight potentially. Could rocket jump forward, but just going to opt not to do it. Vidra going to take a pretty fair chunk of damage here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Vidra is taking a lot of damage, but he does have another pot here. He's going to go right back up. He's very tanky, so he won't feel too bad at all in these little exchanges. Now, as this is trying to get so much stronger, it'll be a different story. Double ward here. That's kind of tough.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I believe there's a song that goes with that when you drop those double wards down. Couldn't quite remember the name, of course, but here we go. Top lane, Winterfresh once again looking at Daze, grabs a Malphite ultimate. You don't want this on the Silas. He's just standing perfectly still. Now gonna go for the unstoppable force, and Daze will fall.
Jesus.
You know, that's just one of those ults that Silas just gets to use better than the actual champion. Yeah,
it's one of those things. It's like, you know what, I'm just better at it than you. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Especially these ults with high AP ratios.
Ooh, great flash forward here. Panic Dingo's here to follow up. They get the flash forward here from Tonic, trying to find the kill. One more shot might do it. The Ignite will finally find the kill, and Panic Dingo got the shutdown on the Nautilus support.
Yeah, this is 3-1-1 on Nautilus. I'd not even noticed that. Yeah, this is gonna be very tough for Tonic because I mean, all that gold. Think about that. That's at least 900 gold potentially. Hold up.
Days coming on, and I'll show you the real unstoppable force, and you'll pick up Winterfresh in the top lane underneath the zone tower.
Well, it was about a 2.5k gold lead about 2 minutes ago. Now it's just about even. 500 is what separates these two teams, and that's basically nothing at this point. We're going to be seeing... Oh, Herald was picked up by Jungle Gym just recently, just a second ago.
Vidra in trouble once again. Panic Dingo wants to find a second kill here on Nautilus support. Still has jump available. Might just go for that one. Here's White in trouble in the middle lane. Zorboss Justin dashes on in. Still has the charge available, but here's two roaming in. Panic Dingo needs to get out of here. Vidra looking to chase, but they can't find anything. Dragon spawning in just a little bit. I'd imagine we're going to see a fight over this one, but Daze hasn't rotated, and Warboss Justin has already walked down as Herald gets dropped in the middle lane. No one wants to find any fights just yet. Red Buff will be going over to Panic Dingo. That'll help him heal up just a little bit, but Dragon's being started right now. Herald in mid lane. Trying to find the eye. Might be able to pick this one off before it finds any plates, but they'll sacrifice Dragon for it. Panic Dingo, no way. Here he goes.
Jump skis?
Not going to find the steal. Smite goes wide, but Condemn is good. They slam that Kha'Zix into the wall. Jungle picked up once again here for Zenigma.
Yeah, that's a little bit too early of a smite there from Panic Dingo. I like the idea. Sacrifice your life to stop the Dragon stacking from Zenigma Eclipse. Just not able to do it. Yodacia is looking for Vidra.
I don't know if this one goes super well for Yodacious as here comes Jungle Jim to the rescue, trying to dash on in. Tonic on the side will find a little bit more damage. Jungle Jim says, nah, this one's mine. I deserve it, as he did expend that ultimate to save the Nautilus support. Keeps his team alive, and they find yet another kill.
I'm so confused as to what Capedogs is doing. The first two games, they look like back half of the season Capedogs. These past two games look like the first half of the season Capedogs. This questionable gameplay, going for plays that don't need to be played, don't need to be made, but even if they are successful, it's like still a question back in your mind, like, okay, but why did we go for that? I'm not saying. I don't know.
Panic Dingo wants this fight. He goes invincible. Here comes the hero's entrance. You just get picked up instantly. That's the power of the Kha'Zix. Don't get isolated. And he tries to take the 1v1, but unfortunately, there's some 1v1s that Zenzao just can't win.
Yeah, and with a Kha'Zix that actually has items now, or at least components now, it's gonna be a little bit harder to get those solo kills the way you were doing earlier on the game on the Zenzao. But it's going to take a little bit more than... Hold up.
He's just dropping the ult. I believe it was running close to the expire time there, so just going to get some damage off here on the Daze, but that's ultimate down here on the Silas top.
And that wasn't very much damage either. That was maybe a tickle for the Malphite there. But still, you know, just getting some bees on them. Not too bad. Wait, I just realized that I think that was bees. So does the Silas ult take the skin as well?
Potentially, but here comes Jungle Jim now in trouble here as a fight coming up forward. Jungle Jim goes so low, but he still finds the kill. Yodacious will go down, exhaust onto Panic Dingo. He'll fall as well as the charge comes through. Malzar ult will get nothing as the depth charge knocks up everyone left alive in that fight. Double kill for Kled off on the back of an incredible TP.
Yeah, great TP,
Wait,
great awareness.
Ace. What?
Yeah, he has ace. It was ace.
There was a kill in the top lane there. Daze also fell, so Winterfresh finds the last kill as Panic Dingo fell earlier. So, wow. Full on ace here for Zenigma Eclipse at 13 minutes. I don't know exactly how it all broke down, but what a play.
And what's crazy is we went from a 2.5k gold lead to a 500 gold lead for Zenigma Eclipse, and now we find ourselves smack dab into another 3.5 gold lead. It's going back and forth, but only it's just Zenigma Eclipse making deposits, taking withdrawals. They're just playing with the bank right now.
Oh, Winterfresh has got so much healing. Daze, I think, tried for that. No, he actually didn't try for that fight. He just got jumped on with his own ultimate. Goes down instantly. This Silas has been a monster in these last two games and continuing to be a terror here in the top lane against Daze.
And Days played so well in the first two matchups. I mean, I thought it was a huge gap. Honestly, Winterfresh saying, "Wait a minute, no, you must have forgot. You must have not realized what I can do on the map." And he's absolutely having a great time on this Silas. And this is only in the lane phase. We're going back and we're going to be going to the mid game very, very soon when he has more opportunities in these team fights to take the ult he wants to. And really, the ult he wants is Days. And at this point, even if he's in a side lane answering the Malphite, or if he's in a side lane and the Malphite has to answer him, it can't be Days who answers. He's too far ahead of him. He's already shown he can 1v1 him, get the solo kill off on him. You can't answer this Silas with the Malphite. Who's it gonna be? The Malzahar? I mean, is it gonna be? That's really the only other answer there. And I'm not quite sure that Serious for Why is the guy you want to have there answering Winterfresh in the side lane.
Yeah, I mean, they really need this Malzahar to try and find picks for themselves, but also consider this. They have, because of the Vayne on the map, Days has opted to go for AP Malphite here in the top lane, so that leaves Hate its Talon as kind of their front line, as this Malphite will be surprisingly squishy in these team fights unless he ends up switching his build to tank items like right away. So we're looking at a very weak front line here for a front to back from the side of Capedogs Unleashed, and that's what you need when you're looking to come back in a game like this. They're just not going to have that as an option here, so Zenigma Eclipse really setting themselves up for success here, as just having the Vayne on the map forced that Malphite to go into an AP build.
Yeah, and I just really, it's really tough here. I mean, yeah, you're going for the AP build, and honestly, you gotta fight, you gotta get how you live. But this is a very, very tough way to live right now. Third dragon on the map, gotta fight here. I mean, you have to fight here. You can't give it up. But how do you get in?
Yeah, they don't really have a way. Days looking for something here, but look at the spread from the side of Zenigma. But look at bringing the gauge. Panic Disco goes low. A great Crescent Strike will keep Jungle Gym alive, as here comes the heroic entrance. Knocks up two, but where is your team? Lands a 4-man taunt. There's just no damage to follow up on it. Warboss Justin now dashing on forward. There's nothing threatening their backline. A flash forward from the Silas. You'll find the Nether Grasp, stealing that one away with the hijack. Panic Dingo, the next target, but won't go down. They find the dragon. They find the fight. Zenigma Eclipse once again off to a great start here in this game. Panic Dingo, he's okay. Jungle Gym also okay. Ooh. We will survive here in the middle lane, and we will get a small breather here as they take this mid lane tower.
Yeah, a little bit scary for half a second. Low HP bars, but that's not going to be anything that discourages them from getting that mid tier 1. Yes, we see Yodacious looking all right. Oh, you don't want to step too close up there, don't you? You can stop a back, but don't let them stop your life there, Yodacious. But his gold lead, or at least his CS lead in the bot lane, doesn't mean anything. When Zenigma Eclipse has a better, the team fights is better. They can set it up better, and everything that Capedogs wants to do, they can. Winterfresh can take that away and do it much better. So it's hard to find a real win con for Capedogs, mostly because they're forced to fight.
And now looking in trouble here. Warboss Justin not mounted, puts him in trouble here against Panic Dingo, but flash forward Dredge line onto the stealth Kha'Zix will find a fight here for Zenigma Eclipse. The Audacious over the wall trying to do a little bit of damage here to dissuade this engagement. Warboss Justin still looking forward. And dash on forward here. The Galio gets hooked on and by the Dredge line. Warboss Justin picks up that one. They find the kill. And now they're looking at Herald.
Yeah, looking at Herald is the move right now, and honestly, there's not too much that can discourage them Eclipse from making it. Now, Malphite and Panic Dingo are coming through. Not Herald, but yeah, Herald here is going to be taken for absolute free. And this is going to give them a chance to go ahead and find even more positioning on the map, to find even more pressure on the map, and to make sure that players like Malphite, players like Serious Y on this Malzahar can't really get the kind of pressure they need to step up and join fights, and step up and regain this kind of pressure. All you really have is Yodacious with Talon and maybe Panic Dingo, but he wants to be alone for the most part and find picks. It's just not going to be a very fun time for Capedogs to come back in this game, especially with the amount of pressure that's on the map, and it's going to be on the map very, very soon when this Herald gets dropped.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they use one for tier 2. Dashing on forward, that's the unstoppable force, that's the kill. And this one will fall almost immediately. And finally, we will see a Herald dropped on a tier 2 tower. I think for the first time this series, as most of these have been burned on plates, so looking to really stumble their advantage here, pushing on forward. There's 2 members in mid that haven't looked to rotate yet. They might be looking at an inhib tower here, as Vidra looking to zone out Panic Dingo. They have 4 members strong here in this side lane, and they will completely wipe out this wave. Great Dredgeline will engage here onto Hate Its Town. They're looking to force it forward. Great Buster Shot will be the disengage, but Herald will find her purchase. Tower will go down to below half here. Another Dredgeline in, but the disengage will come through. They're happy with what they got. They'll take the 2 towers and they'll walk out.
2 towers, a lot of damage on this inhibitor turret, and very strong control of this bot side river here. I mean, now you have ability to get this vision down, which you do see it's happening already. Get some vision down this top side river as well, and control all of the interest of the Baron pit. And there's not much that Capedogs can do to fight this. Yes, they can come through and try to sweep it, but they're really trying to get these waves pushed right now, and they can be stretched across the map. Honestly, there's not going to be too much they can really look to try, and Zenigma Eclipse is going to know all their moves before Capedogs does. They can just step in here, establish more vision, get a pick on this Galio potentially. No such luck, but I mean, a lot of this pressure on the top side, dragging on the map in 45 seconds, they control the whole map.
And again, Soul will be available here, but it's a charge from the Justice Punch on the charge coming through as well. 3 members versus 4. This isn't the fight you wanted. Days trying to find something here in the backline, attempting to one-shot Tonic, but Tonic will drop that Malphite. Warboss Justin now looking to continue forward. Bo gets us pressed here, but this is a 2 versus 3, 2 versus 5 now, as the entire team is just dashing through. Not a great use of ultimate abilities here, and then ultimately Zenigma Eclipse once again finding the objective lead, finding the fights, and they're going to claim this Baron.
It's very, very hard to win fights, especially front to back, when your 2 frontliners are combined 4 and 14. It's just not going to happen at all. Malphite and the Galio are the ones engaging, but they really... It's hard to I don't know, honestly. It's just not a great look there. Yes, Capedogs does trade that for the dragon, but Zenigma Eclipse is cool with that. They're staying just fine with that. I mean, we have great push. We have all this pressure in the lanes. You really can't enter us in the side lanes. Most of our team members can just 1v1 anyone on the map right now. They're fine with getting over 1 dragon. That's not going to stop their win con at all. They're feeling just fine in the situation, and it's going to take a lot for Capedogs to have a chance back in this game. And honestly, it's all about just a learning experience right now. I think you just try to go ahead and see what you can learn of Zenigma Eclipse's tendencies, and use that for the next game. You would take a miracle team fight late in this game with long death timers for Capedogs to have a chance here, and I'm not quite sure the game's going to last long enough for that to happen.
Yeah, sometimes I think this is one of those games. It may have been better to let Elder or let the Soul go over here to Zenigma Eclipse just so Elder would be on the map and give you that, well, there's a chance we could steal this and maybe come back and win a team fight here. But it's right now an 8k gold lead for Zenigma Eclipse, and they got the Baron. They're looking for the siege here. They don't really need a Cloud Soul to continue to win this game. They've got every tool they need at their disposal.
No, they really don't need it at all. Now, Cloud Soul will be great. I mean, get another. Well, they've got the first 3 dragons, so they want to be able to stack 3 Cloud Drakes up for those.
Oh, that's the danger of the dredge line. Vidra forced to flash, might just be the kill. Audacious finds it. Support going down there. You gotta watch out. He was looking for the hook on the pick, but it collides with terrain and pulls him all the way forward.
And then answering the TP here from Days to go ahead and say, oh, whoa, Mr. Kled, you can't take this turret here. Now, this turret is on its last legs, and that's going to be just fine. I think Warboss Justin is okay with Days losing the teleport. That just means that he won't have as strong of a global presence on the map, but it's good enough to take away this kind of push from Kled that would have really stretched the team across the map even further.
You know, in truth, it was just a tier 1 tower. I'm not sure I liked that play. They had the 4 versus 5. They had 5 ultimates still available. And instead of opting to try and fight 5 versus 3, they TP out here for Warboss Justin. This tower just goes down anyways. So
yeah,
Day's ultimately not going to find anything here off the back of that teleport play. And now, once again, 5 members strong. This team's looking at your tier 1s. Sorry, tier 2s.
And you know what? I keep forgetting that is an AP, full AP Malphite, so it's a little bit different than what I expect to
Days
see.
Using that double force to get over the wall. We'll find a 2-man knockup, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes the hero's entrance, but there's no one left underneath this tower. Jungle Gym, not what happened to the Justice Punch there? Looked a little wacky as Galio was not able to move forward and find anything. A depth charge for the disengage to just keep Panic Dingo away from Vitra. He's had enough of that. Kha'Zix just jumping in his face. Will find the ward kill and establish some dominance here on the Rift.
Yeah, most certainly is able to do so. I definitely want to see a replay of what exactly happened with that Galio Justice Punch. It seemed like he wound up for it and then said, actually, never mind. Like, he canceled the animation somehow. But it's all good. This is going to be a quick little siege here for this mid-tier 1. Going to be very easy for Tashawn to make that happen. Hopefully, the side of Capedogs is able to sweep out some vision, maybe establish some for themselves. But this looks like it's going to take the tower and immediately get pushed back. And honestly, wait, even in the top side, Kled is making some very big moves. This is not a death push, but it looks very, very bad for the side of Capedogs right now.
Yeah, they're just boxing and then doing the classic choke out style. They push the waves in, forced underneath your towers to farm up those waves, and then they go and claim your entire jungle. Also looking at getting some tower damage in themselves, and with Dragon spawning, this has got to be the next move here for Zenigma.
For sure. At this point, I'm not even quite sure you want to even contest this. You have Malphite trying to answer this Kled in the top side. I'm not even sure Warboss Justin has to leave. Why would you leave if you're this Kled? I just keep pressuring. You don't need all 5 at Dragon to take Dragon. You don't need all 5 at Dragon to stop Capedogs from trying to interrupt or steal Dragon. Honestly, I think you're just fine keeping Kled in top lane, and either you have Daze forced to answer and stay there without teleport, or Daze leaves and then Warboss Justin just takes Inhibitor Tower and Inhibitor, and he probably still gets the Dragon Soul off the back of it.
And a little, kind of like you said, Warboss Justin was playing mid there, got some more damage on that tower, forced them to reply to him, but they're pushing 3 in mid here, looking like they're not going to try and contest this one, so all according to Shells' plan, they pick up the Dragon Soul here, and they're now looking to chase down Capedogs in their topside jungle.
Wait, why are they here again? Oh, they pushed the mid lane. That's fine, but you're not in a good spot.
Oh, they're just dashing on forward. Hey, it's Talon. You're in trouble. 4-man taunt will do you no good here. Jungle Jim picks up the kill. A great charge here from Warboss Justin.
Yeah, this is what we call a suboptimal play here in the business. This is just don't know if you guys know about that one, but yeah, it's just a not good thing to happen on the Rift is the technical term for it specifically. And when this Baron is placed on the map here in about 2 seconds, actually it's on the map right now, this will be taken away instantly. There's not a singular thing that Capedogs can do, and Zenigma Eclipse has a very, very strong hold of this game.
And just looking to burst down the Baron here. There's nothing that Capedogs Unleashed can do to contest this one. It'll be the push up the middle lane. As the saying goes, every wave you take is 30 seconds off the Baron timer. So getting that wave all the way from the mid will buy them some time. But really, you're looking at a 7k gold lead that's just going to build here as they look to take down some more towers here from Capedogs.
Yeah. And for Capedogs, there is, I keep saying it, but honestly, there's literally nothing you can do. You can't do anything. 4 and 16 is the combined KDA of your front line. They ain't going to do nothing. At this point, what you're...
We're going to see it again. Days just getting locked down here. And I think this is a teleport to your death here. Serious for Wyatt wants to try and find this fight. Doesn't have the hijack available, but now looking to collapse onto Hayes Talon on top of that. It's a charge in the top lane. Hayes Talon getting stunned up, getting CC'd up, will get knocked up. Justice Punch will not get you any safety here, and they'll pick up the Galio in the bottom side river. Panic Dingo forced to flash in top lane away from the charge, and they got the Baron. They're looking to take so much of Capedogs Unleashed base at this point.
You know, Sopen, it looks to me like Zilla said, Zenigma Eclipse has taken advantage of the 10% off discount for Excellency Esports AM Grind. But for me, myself, this is kind of a snoozer at this point. Zenigma Eclipse is playing so well here, and Capedogs is just forgetting how they did literally everything in their first 2 games here. This has just become an absolute just slobber knocker, one-sided
and
though.
it's just dives coming forward. Hero's entrance will keep Days alive for now, but what damage do you have left here? CS Provide trying to find something with the space. Will do it. Actually managed to kill off the diving Nautilus there underneath the towers, but nothing left in the tank here for Capedogs Unleashed, at least in this game, as they'll find the Nexus. Zenigma Eclipse will take us to Game 5.
Yep, Game 5 will be on the menu tonight. 43 kills in 29 minutes, and we just saw Zenigma Eclipse get as close as you can to completing the reverse sweep without actually doing it, and they'll have a chance to do so right now or very, very soon after this this match concludes. And honestly, Sopen, I have a lot of questions for Capedogs. He came out the first 2 games looking so strong. They look like they had a very strong idea of how to come back in a game that they're behind in, how to completely dominate a game they've been ahead in for the whole period. And these past 2 games, they just, I mean, the draft looked kind of strange. The gameplay itself, the decision making has been a little bit strange. I have to hope that the game plan all along was to get to 5 games and test their mental, test you know, how Krista can be under pressure, because Zenigma Eclipse has looked very, very good these past 2 games. They may have built up enough momentum for themselves to take game number 5 and look very good doing it.
Yeah, just need that last small little push to get over this last hump. It's Game 5, anyone's game. It's a best of 1 here. And we got to throw it over to Zilla once again here on the desk to break down that game and talk us at least into the last draft of at least this quarterfinal. So we're looking good here for game number 5. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Man, oh man. I mean, we've been saying it all along during the analyst desk, but I think now Capedogs, they need to go to AM Grind and go to checkout and use code Excellency, and now it's their turn to wake up. It's a best of 1 now. It doesn't matter what you did in that 2-0. They tied it up. It's game time.
Yeah, so this series started off as a best of 5. Capedogs win the first 2. Zenigma wins the next 2. This is now a best of 1. Forget what you've seen before. Forget what's going on. What's going on in this series. This is a 1-game winner take all matchup right here. You are in the spot to get to semis against Hawthorne, your team, or Lotus. So this is the chance to try to make something happen here. I don't want to see a full AP Malphite, which I think was the play call after the game was already over at 10 minutes. I don't want to see a Kha'Zix come through. I don't want to see this Silas for Zenigma if I'm a Capedogs fan. And for Zenigma, honestly, keep doing what you're doing. You're outdrafting them. You're out playing them on the map. You're getting a lot more pressure. Solo kills in the top lane galore. I mean, you're a top laner. So I want to ask you about what you see in this top lane matchup.
I mean, it's, as you said, solo kills galore. When you're playing these solo lanes, you want to play safe especially when you're playing like these utility champs, Malphite and Set. You want to try to play for that late game, and you want to try to play for your team, and you don't want to be caught out and have their solo laner ahead by so much already.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Sometimes you feel like you have a chance to go into these fights and make a move. I mean, I know especially when you're a Malphite and you're going into a Silas who's at 1 HP, say, okay, if I just burst him down real quick, I can go ahead and get things working, get a return kill, and I'll be just fine in this matchup. Then that Kingslayer comes out, and you find yourself down, getting soloed 3-4 times in a row, and you're not a champion anymore. For me, I definitely want to see. I just want to see a more even matchup here. I feel like of our 4 games so far, one has been a pretty pretty competitive. I think the other three have been a bit of a stomp, or a bit of a. Very clearly, one side had a better plan and was able to execute it at a better level. I honestly don't care who wins game number 5. I know who I'm rooting for, but. Or actually, I'll see what the comp looks like actually first. But I just want to see a more competitive game in Game 5. I don't want to see a stomp. I don't want to see a draft that loses as soon as it gets locked in.
Yeah, 100%. I think draft was one of the main proponents on why they lost the game. You could say maybe the AP Malphite was also one of the biggest reasons. But you B1 Tristana, and then she comes in here going like 3 or 5, 3 or 4, not that much pressure, and you put so much resource and effort into picking that champ. When you have a Xin Zhao open, it's why don't you pick the Xin Zhao there? And I also think one of the other things, they need maybe different bans. I mean, you go with Wukong, Akali, and it's they can play these other champs that, like, you're putting so much resources and like pressure onto ban.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really hoping that we see a bit of a departure here from what we've been seeing in these last 2 games. Hopefully we get more competitive nature of the game here. Now, what I will say is Game 5, I think the top seeded team chooses side. So we're going to be seeing Capedogs on the blue side again, Zenigma on the red side. So there is going to be the possibility for Capedogs to either ban or take away for themselves this Xin Zhao. I got to see someone do something about this Xin Zhao, because there's a running theme here. First 2 games, no Xin Zhao, no Winsky. Second 2 games, Xin Zhao, there was a quick 2 dubs for Zenigma Eclipse.
I agree with you, and I really want to see CDU bring out the Xin Zhao. They have this pressure now. You didn't see Zenigma ban it, and you can literally just pick it. Like, we know what, Xin Zhao isn't the hardest champ to play, and I think CDU's jungler does play Xin Zhao. So I mean, like, what's the hurt in not picking Xin Zhao in this situation?
Yeah, and you obviously know it's a very strong pick, and even if this sub generally doesn't play it, it's probably Craft. He does play it. Yeah, so I don't know why he's not picking it up. I don't know why, if he doesn't want it. If the team just says no, we don't want to use this Xin Zhao, then just ban it. I mean, make sure that it doesn't go against you. You've seen it play extremely well the past 2 games. Get it on out of there. I know you don't like looking at the Viego, the Akali, and the Wukong. Fine, but don't let that Xin Zhao get in your games again, as we are going to go ahead and be able to get into this first phase of bans. What will we see Capedogs take away first as the clock hits potatoes?